Welcome back to National Report. Our next guest just won the primary in North Carolina, beating the youngest member in Congress, Trump-endorsed Madison Cawthorn. Joining us now to discuss North Carolina's state senator and now congressional candidate for the GOP, Chuck Edwards. Hey, Chuck, nice to see you today. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling great this morning, energized and ready for the next leg of this race.
Yeah, and of course, you got to make it through the general come November. But really, when you reflect back on your campaign, what was it that you think voters really resonated with, more so on your side than even the congressman's?
I believe folks were looking for someone with a proven track record of getting things done. I'm hearing that we're really frustrated with Washington, D.C. right now with the immense number of problems that we see that are facing real Americans. And folks are looking for someone to actually get things done in D.C., not just talk about those things.
It was reported that Madison Cawthorn had called you last night to concede, of course, after the results were coming in. What was said on that call? What can you share with us?
Well, I appreciated Congressman Cawthorn's call. He was very gracious, very congenial. We had a very open conversation. He offered his support to help me win the general election in whatever way that we saw that he could help.
And that, of course, is the 11th Congressional District in North Carolina. As you reflect on these past 2 years that you saw Congressman Cawthorn serve in the U.S. Congress and represent the people of North Carolina, what did you take away from his time in Congress, and what will you apply to your own possible term if you were to be elected?
Well, I'm putting the primary behind us. It's time to focus our attention on the future. The thing that I know that I'm going to do is place a great deal of emphasis on constituent services for the people here in the mountains of North Carolina, exactly like I've been able to do in the North Carolina Senate. Folks are asking that their telephone calls be answered, that their concerns be heard, and that's exactly what I intend to do.
We can also talk about the Senate race in your state, and the victory there for the GOP side went to Ted Budd, who had received the former president's endorsement. Chuck, what's your relationship like with Ted Budd? Do you see yourselves working together as you campaign toward the general?
Well, my relationship with Ted Budd has been very positive. As it was with Pat McCrory. You know, Pat McCrory served as our governor, and my tenure in the North Carolina legislature overlapped his tenure as governor by about 6 months. But Ted Budd has always been there for me. As a state senator, I've had to call on him a number of times. He's always returned my call. He's always been helpful. He's actually come to Raleigh to visit with me and stood with me in front of the television cameras advocating for some of the actions that I was trying to pass in the General Assembly. So I'm looking forward to getting a chance to work with him on a different level.
North Carolina, obviously you've served in the state Senate, so you have, of course, political experience. But Congress, you know, Washington, D.C., it really is sort of a different story, maybe a different environment there. Are you ready for all that could be coming your way?
I'm extremely ready, very excited. And while it's a different playing field with more players than I'm accustomed to working with, I think there are a lot of similarities as well.
Again, Chuck, your message to voters when it comes to sort of those top issues that you are focused on, what stands out most to you?
Above all else is the pain that Americans are experiencing right now with inflation, and the fact that we don't see this current administration putting forth any plans to ease that inflation. Above all else, that is the concern around kitchen tables and with small businesses.
Sure. Small business owners, they feel the cost of goods going up. And then you've also seen them have to raise their prices as well. And that can be very discouraging for some customers. Chuck, thank you so much for starting your day with us here on National Report, answering our questions, and congratulations. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being with you this morning.
Thank you. All right, that was North Carolina race there. Let's turn now to Pennsylvania's Republican primary. Still no result there between Dr. Oz and Dave McCormick. Ballots still being counted. Let's check in now with our congressional correspondent, Kilmeny Dukart. She's live for us in Pittsburgh. Kilmeny, good morning.
Good morning, Emma. The race, which could shift the balance in Congress, way too close to call right now. In fact, we're seeing Dr. Mehmet Oz with a slight lead over Dave McCormick. The difference just 0.2 of a point. And that's an automatic recount in Pennsylvania. Both of those campaigns calling it a night around 11:30 p.m. Eastern, but projecting victory ahead.
Right now, we have tens of thousands of mail-in ballots that have not been counted, that are going to need to be counted beginning tomorrow. And so that, unfortunately, we're not going to have resolution tonight, but we can see the path ahead. We can see victory ahead, and it's all because of you.
Well, the winner will take on populist and progressive candidate John Fetterman, who suffered a stroke days before the election, winning by a huge margin. His campaign announced he had a successful procedure to implant a pacemaker with a defibrillator. He expects to return to the campaign trail. In the meantime, right now, there have been some issues in Pennsylvania County where a printing machine printed a code, making it unreadable. Those are going to have to be manually counted. Mail-in ballots are still being counted. And given Trump's opposition to mail-in ballots, some are projecting, and of course that endorsement with Dr. Oz, some are projecting that those votes could be for McCormick, but we'll have to wait and see.
It's a waiting game. Kilmeny Dukart with the latest. Kilmeny, thank you so much.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.